friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about recent purchases that I have been making. I have hit on a few sales and a couple of other different things, so we'll go ahead and start with the first thing that I found at Macy's. A little while back, Macy's was doing a discounted special on all of their makeup stuff, and I happened to be walking in the store and I came across this beauty blender kit. I don't know if they had just put these out a little bit earlier, but I was able to use the beauty discount that they were doing, and this really appealed to me. Inside here, you get two different beauty blenders, plus you get the solid cleaners, which I wasn't the biggest fan of that part of it, but I also was a really big fan of this little case. At face value, I can understand why people might think that the case isn't that necessary, but as someone who has traveled with this since I have had it, it's a game changer. Before, I used to throw it into my travel makeup brush bag, and my sponge would never really get to dry out. Now that I'm keeping it in this and I'm throwing it into my toiletries bag, my sponge is able to dry out a little bit better, which makes it seem more sanitary than if I hadn't been able to let it air dry at all. So a big fan of this. The retail value of this kit is a lot higher than what they are spending on it. It's like paying for two beauty blenders but getting two little cleaner samples and a case with it. Plus I had the discount, so I really am a fan of this. It's one of the few holiday things that's really caught my eye this year, so I definitely would recommend it if you can get your hands on it. I also picked up some Glade wax melts. They have the Nutcracker and the Four Realms collection. I had heard about it, but I wasn't really closely following it, didn't know a lot of people's thoughts on the matter, but when I came across the candles, I really liked all four of the scents that they put out, but I don't really feel like their candles have a great performance, so I wanted to get the wax melt version, but unfortunately I only found two of them. Nutcracker Delight, which is rich hazelnut and praline. This truly is like a hazelnut scent. That nut is really prominent in here. I'll be really curious to see how this performs and what the smell is when it's actually melted. And then I also got a Enchanted Evergreens. This is really a very basic scent. It's just fir balsam and honey berry. To me, all I get out of here is balsam, but I love that scent, so I'm not at all unhappy to have it. I really wanted to get the plum one and the dancing blossoms one that they had going on, but alas, I'll keep my eye out and see if I can find them, but I'm not gonna go too crazy trying to get them, but I do like these scents. I also got suckered into the ColourPop Disney Princess collaboration. I don't know what it is. I have been really good the past, I'd say 2 years, about not amassing a lot of eyeshadow palettes, but then in the last 3 months, I made a lot of purchases for eyeshadow palettes, and as soon as I saw this one, I was really into it. I feel like the packaging is gorgeous on here, and I have been chomping at the bit to want to try one of ColourPop's put together palettes. I know you can make your own, and I have done that, but I really wanted to explore what it would be like to have a palette just that they've put together. The colors in here I think are really pretty, and there are a lot of lid shades in my opinion for the way I use makeup, so I feel like that also helps sell it for me, is that it wasn't so heavy in the dark colors in here. There are a lot of light shades that I could pull off as lid colors, so I felt like I could get a lot of use out of it, especially in conjunction with some other palettes that I have that are mostly transition or crease colors for my personal needs. I haven't actually played with this yet, so I don't know how it performs, but I'm really into it. I also got from that collection Ultra Glossy Lip in Boo. I have a really hard time picking lip colors off of websites, but I have to say, I love the look of this. I ended up wearing this along with my NARS lip crayon that I had for my wedding. The two colors together are just perfect, and I love the way this looks on my lips. It is super glossy but not sticky. It's not the most long-lasting gloss on the earth, but I really like the shade of this, and I definitely want to know if they have other shades similar to this that aren't in the collection that if I ever use this up, I could be able to repurchase for. The last thing that I put in my cart just to get some free shipping was the ColourPop Pressed Powder Shadow in Hear Me Out, which is just a basic cream pan. I definitely felt like this would be the most realistic item for me to get and use. I needed a very small amount of money to bump me over to the free shipping. So when I came across this, I thought perfect, this will be great. I'll definitely get use out of this. So happy to have another single shadow in my collection. I also have an order from QVC on the Harry Slacken side. I pay very close attention to the as-is section of the Harry Slacken Homeworks collection stuff. Basically how the as-is stuff works from my experience is that it seems to be stuff that people got and didn't really like, or they used it for display purposes, so it's not in the original packaging, but the things haven't been used or burned at all. And when QVC is reselling the as-is stuff, they slash the price tremendously on it. Like con of it is that it is super limited, like one of something, you miss it, it's gone forever. Like it always fluctuates what they have on there, but every now and then I check stuff. 90% of the time I don't get anything, but this time I couldn't resist. They had a trio of candles from the winter collection that they have this year, and I think it was like $35, $40 shipped to get it, and so I was like, yes, please. First one that came in the little trio was Frozen Balsam, my favorite. According to the description, this has balsam, ozone, bergamot, oak moss, and evergreen. It just smells like a balsam candle when I smell it on cold. There also was Mistletoe Magic in the collection. This has blackcurrant, pine needles, balsam, and pomelo. This basically is like a slightly spicier version of balsam fir, which also great with. And then the last one that came in the trio was Winter Hearth. This has crisp juniper, brandy, incense, and icy spruce. This is more of like an incensey version of balsam fir. So for a person who likes balsam fir, to get 3 different variations of it, I'm quite happy with. But the average consumer who's looking for like 3 different winter scents, I think you would be disappointed by this because they all kind of have the same base note of balsam fir with just like slightly different variations. So maybe when I actually burn these, I won't be able to pick up on the nuances, but I don't really care because I love balsam fir, so this was a great deal for me. And once like November hits, we're probably just gonna be like a balsam fir household for quite some time. The last place I did some shopping at was Bath & Body Works. Unexpectedly, they were doing a buy two, get two, and I had a free item coupon, plus I had a 25% off coupon. They were offering in the buy two, get two a 10 off 30, but I realized that my 25% coupon saved me a bit more money. So I ended up paying $9 per candle, which I'm not even sure you can do that good of a deal on Candle Day, which is historically the big day to stock up on. So I've been paying more attention to like the different sales they run, and I ended up finding 4 candles that I was willing to purchase. The first one was Hot Cocoa and Cream. There were a lot of different collections at the White Barn that I was at that had Hot Cocoa and Cream, but I really like the lid on this one, and I like the scent the best. The scents, for some reason, maybe just my nose was going a little crazy. The different lines or different collections felt like they had slightly different Hot Cocoa and Cream variations, and this on cold smells really strong, similar to what I was noticing the first year they ever came out with it. This will be my first year not burning the original Hot Cocoa and Creams. I had all of the ones that had the dark colored wax originally, so I hope it performs well. I don't know, fingers crossed, because I really do love this scent. I also grabbed another one of the Aromatherapy Love Rose and Vanilla candles. Guys, this is such an infatuation. If you don't have this scent in your life, get it in your life because it is just awesome. I am always super nervous whenever I go in to look for candles that this is gonna be gone. So that's kind of why I keep picking it up, because even though I know they tend to bring scents back, I have a feeling this one might not be everyone's favorite, and so I don't want them to get rid of it and me not have any. So I think right now I have 2 or 3 of these, and I need to call it quits on this scent until I can burn through some of them, but happy to have another one in my collection. The third candle that I got was the Hot Cocoa and Scream candle. I like the lid, I like the packaging on this. I like the hot cocoa scent, and this smells super strong as well. So I'm happy to be adding this, and I'll be curious to see how the 2 perform. I burn through like 2 of these a year, so to have 2 of the same scent is not a big deal to me. The last one I got was Apple Garland. This caught me by surprise. It was one of the best apple scents that I came across. I smelled all the ones that they had, but I really liked this one the best. The wicks are a little off on this one, but it's fine. I'm sure it's gonna perform how it's gonna perform no matter what kind of wicks they've got. Hopefully it can burn all the way to the bottom, but this is a scent that I wasn't expecting to get, and I really, really like it. And then lastly, the free item that I got was the Snowflakes and Cashmere Hand Cream. Oh boy. I used this body lotion scent last year, but I'm pretty sure it was from like 2016 maybe, and I loved it. And when I did it in an empties, a lot of people had said they also loved the scent, but it didn't come back last winter. I hope that they bring this back. And if they do, it's gonna be really hard for me to resist picking up either a body wash or a body cream, because this scent, like on my hands right now, it is so relaxing, and it's like vanilla base notes with other scents in there that I really, really like. So I was very happy to exchange my free item coupon for this. All right, guys, that is it for me and what I have been purchasing. I'd be curious to hear from you any items that you have picked up lately, and I'll talk to you in my next video real soon. Bye.